All right, hey y'all. It's about 5 p.m. and it's a good couple hours from when the announcement came out that Mac Miller had overdosed, and it's really unfortunate that. Well, okay, it's sad for obvious reasons, right? That he died. Great guy. Uh, I think pretty much everyone in the game liked him. All that, of course. But I think it's sad for less blatant reasons. If you follow Mac Miller for, I guess, 5, 6 years now, you know that like he pretty much came in the game doing what seemed to be light drugs, and I guess over time, that's what a lot of artists these days, one of the heavier stuff. Um, I don't know. It didn't say what he overdosed on. I presume it's got to be something stronger than weed or something like that. but that's bad taste. Really, the issue is that like if you look at his usage on the trajectory, I would say that there's no way to know how it peaked. It's not like a straight curve, but it's like he hit such he had a decrescendo when he got with Ariana, right? Which a lot of people have opinions about her impact on all of this. I think I think a lot of people should look at this from an inside outside perspective, right? To quote one of the songs, um, both he and her seem to be pretty much okay with each other after a while. I mean, some of her takes after they broke up is kind of sketchy, kind of. I mean, obviously, I don't want to say it's his fault either, but it seems like she was trying to deal with his drug use as much as she could before it's just like I'm sorry, it's too much. And here's the only reason I could think of, like, or the only reason they put out there why it happened. And I think he himself has admitted that it was a problem, and he doesn't blame her for anything. So I think when people go out their way to like, say, Ariana, you are this curse word, this is pledge whatever. It's like you got to look at it from the inside perspective, but neither of those two, you know, caused it. I guess, other than like basically Mac Miller had his chances. I feel like I'm telling Ariana Stan, which I don't want to, but that's just my take on it. Is that like it wasn't Ariana's fault that she broke up with him because of the drug use. But getting back on the main topic, he not just from the trajectory of drugs, but his career trajectory in terms of trouble and stuff. He had came in with the image of, I guess, being the druggie, but I feel like he had expounded himself more than just that. Like his personality, Mac Miller is one of the more likable personalities I've seen in hip hop since I've been following it. Cool dude, acknowledges that white people, you know, played a different audience, but he never went out of his way to take advantage of that. And I feel crossed audiences with just his sound. I mean, I can point out a particular album. I mean, watching movies, everybody loved that. That was one of the more emotional albums I've ever heard. That also classifies hip hop, and it just speaks to his variety, his versatility, because he could give you like a hard banger. He could also give you some super lyrical ish. Like I know his famous contemporaries are Earl, Tyler, guys like that. And I mean, he could give you something like that, but he could also give you some chill, like Toro Moy, um, you know, early Travis type stuff. Um, and I mean, I'm just throwing influence. Like, there's no artist I can think of the top of my head that's comparable to Mac Miller, like in his variety and range. But yeah, I mean, I just really wish that this didn't happen the way it was because he was it looked like he was trying to bounce back from the whole from bouncing back from the Ariana relationship. he had that brief stint where, like, I guess it just seemed like it was just whenever you look up Mac Miller's name, it seemed like something rough, was happening to him. The DUI had recently happened where he was it drunk driving? I should have pulled the details beforehand and got a key look at him. I know it was a DUI, but okay, that was in May. Okay, so yeah, I think that they had broke up a couple months before that, and it's just like, oh, this ended. Well, okay, that was the previous May. Okay, that was the previous May. But yeah, that was they broke up previous May, and this incident happened in May. Anyway, it's like for a good while he was trying to bounce back from that, and it seemed like the past couple of months, and especially leading up to this album, he had really bounced back, as a person, and found his own footing again. A lot of people compared him like mentally to the Mac Miller of 2013, where I thought he was at his most artistic, but also, did happen to be on, I believe, he was drugs back then. But yeah, I think his trajectory as a person, as in terms of life experiences and such, had really hit a crescendo in I'd say probably the past couple of years, and we were getting his comeback story, and it's unfortunate that it happened like this. That it hadn't solely overdosed on, and we can't say that he was a heavy user again because we really don't know if he was or wasn't. He could have just did something once, one kickback to whatever he was used to be on, or let's use Xannies or something like that as an example. He could have just took one, like for the first time in whoever knows how long, and that was the one that did it. You don't know if it was laced, any of that stuff. A lot of people like to make presumptions that just because they see buzzwords like overdose and drugs, of course, that it is heavy user, but we don't know that. He seemed like he was clean, for what I see. He had videos playing. The album was great. Swimming. I mean, him as a person, he had a who was it? Was it I think they call it Vulture or something like that? He had a well-written interview piece, I think, that recently came out, and I have it put up on my phone, but I don't want to use my phone in the video. Vulture, yeah. Yeah, it's a really good piece. And I just hope that people don't get the image that he was just a junkie. That's really what I want to get from this video. It seemed like he cleaned up. It seems like, artistically, he was really pushing, cleaning yourself up. I know he had the song by Demi a while back after she had overdosed. And it's a shame, really, that this happened at this point in his life. I think he was 26, then you get to 27 Club. I know he had a particular lyric about he might not even make it to the 27 Club, which if you don't know what that is, that's a lot of famous artists have passed away for various reasons at that age. And I really think he had a lot more left to go in him. Incredible discography, one of the more underrated discographies, and not just his school, but just in general, just like handfuls of, you don't want to throw classic around all the time, but he had at least a couple classic albums and some really good mixtapes as well. And I wish his family the best. I wish Wiz Khalifa the best. I know they came up, as cool as best buddies, and I wish everybody associated with him the best. I know everybody loved him. All right, that's my opinion, my take on everything. Hope you enjoyed. If I said anything that was offensive, that's my bad. I'm sure if I already said something that was offending to you, you would have already got in my comment box and slammed me. But hey, see you later.